Top 7 Best CPU for Multitasking 2023. Through extensive research and testing, I have put together the list of options that will meet the need of different types of buyers. For more information, I have put links of products in the description. Make sure to check it out. Like the video, comment, don't forget to subscribe, and let's get started. Number 7. AMD Threadripper Pro 5995WX. AMD Threadripper Pro 5995WX slots in as the workstation market's uncontested leader in multi-threaded work with 64 cores, 128 threads, and supports up to 2 TB of memory spread out among 8 memory channels. It also comes with an incredible 128 lanes of PCIe 4.0 connectivity. The Zen 3-powered Threadripper Pro 5995WX is pretty much exactly what AMD says it is, a highly specialized processor that provides incredible performance in a narrow cross-section of workloads. Like its predecessor, the 64-core Threadripper Pro 5995WX is a specialized beast that delivers unbeatable performance in workloads that can leverage parallelism. That said, some applications simply don't benefit from 64 cores, so you should know your workload before you pull the trigger. However, you won't find this many cores or PCIe lanes in a single socket Intel workstation. The Intel Xeon W3300 lineup is outclassed with its maximum of 38 cores and 64 PCIe lanes from a single chip. You'll have to pay a heart-stopping $6,499 for the retail 5995WX, though. Number 6. Intel Core i5 11600K. Gaming in Quad HD 1404 type in high refresh rates or 4K 60 on PC doesn't need to be crazily expensive, and you can sure save a few bucks by opting for a just as capable 11th Gen i5 as opposed to an i7. Or an NNE monster, for that matter. The higher clock speed on the i5 11600K means it can hold its own effectively against Ryzen alternatives and some of the 11th generation i7 on CPU. On a base level from a purely gaming perspective as well. That's to say nothing of the overclocking potential afforded by said higher clock speed, with the potential of being able to be dialed up all the way to 4.90 GHz. If you're after a faster-than-light setup for gaming at a competitive price, there isn't much better from Rocket Lake's revisions for the money. Number 5. Intel Core i7 12700K. The Intel Core i7 12700K offers impressive real-world processing prowess for both general computing tasks and in the latest titles alike, making it easily one of the best CPU for gaming. If you just need a chipset that's capable of keeping up with the newest games first and foremost, then the Intel Core i5 12600K is more than enough for that purpose. However, if you're planning on using your rig as an all-purpose machine, then the i7 12700K is the way to go. We've contrasted the current generation of Intel CPU against themselves. Though, how does the $409 Intel Core i7 12700K stack up against the $549 AMD Ryzen 9 5900X? Remarkably well, as it goes. Though the 5900X may have more threads and a higher clock speed, we've seen that the i7 12700K either matches or surpasses it when the chips are down. Then there is also the consideration of PCIe 5.0 and DDR5 RAM support. The Intel Core i7 12700K will support DDR4 memory. But we advise going all in with a future-proof system to keep up with the ever-growing demands of modern games. If you're after an all-rounder of a chipset that's ready for the latest technological leaps in performance, then there's very little you can fault this processor on. Number 4. AMD Ryzen 9 5900X. With its staggering 12-core, 24-threads architecture, it's no surprise that this Ryzen processor is an absolute beast for just about any task put in front of it, especially high-end gaming in 4K at exceedingly high frame rates, when paired with a capable graphics card, of course. With that said, if you're only interested in a processor from a raw gaming perspective, then the 5900X is absolute overkill. Indeed, how this chipset handles everything else, such as video rendering / encoding in high resolutions, tips it over the edge. If you're in the creative field and need a real workhorse that can effortlessly game as well, and you've got the money, There's no doubt that this is the one to get. In terms of speed, it's the best CPU for gaming. Number 3. Intel Core Infinity 12900K. The Intel Core Infinity 12900K finally delivers on the chipset's flagship status with some of the fastest single-core performance on the market, even beating that of AMD Ryzen 9 5950X in many instances, according to our colleagues at Tom's Hardware. Opens a new tab. For those in the know, that's the fastest M4 Ryzen chips that you can currently buy, and a CPU that will cost you significantly more than the Infinity 12900K's still hefty $589. What that means in practical terms is that the Intel Core Infinity 12900K is not only one of the best CPU for gaming, but also one of the fastest chipsets currently available. The one downside at the time of writing, however, is that you'll need a DDR5 compliant motherboard like the 690 for native PCIe 5.0 and DDR5 support. If you've got the money for it, though, you're going to witness blisteringly fast speeds that chew through even the most processor-intensive programs and latest games alike. Number 2. AMD Ryzen 5 5600X. The AMD Ryzen 5600X may not blow anyone away with its sheer power, but as far as M4 current generation chipsets from the company go, it's very hard to beat at its current price point. What's more, the 5600X is frequently on sale, down from its already competitive $260 MSRP. The AMD Ryzen 5600X is a solid all-around performer with both its single-core and multi-core capabilities in-game, too. That's due in part to this CPU higher-than-average clock speed combined with its quiet yet cool operation over extended periods of time. If you're after a processor to keep your rig ticking over its best, then the 5600X continues to impress across the board. If you have some preference or brand loyalty towards AMD, then this is the best option from them. Number 1. Intel Core i5 12600K. The recently released 12th generation Intel i5 Alder Lake processor does what people were expecting from Rocket Lake earlier this year and actually dethrones AMD Ryzen 5000 series for a competitive price-to-performance ratio that's hard to argue against. Comparing the Intel Core i5 12600K and the less than well-received Intel Core Infinity 11900K, and the 12600K actually outperforms it for a fraction of the cost. Indeed, its documented performance means it more than deserves a high spot in our roundup, but misses out on that top slot for one simple reason. It doesn't run every game yet. It comes down to DRM, digital rights management issues, that certain newer games such as Assassin's Creed, Valhalla and Immortals Fenyx Rising. PC Gamer has the full list available. That means that some titles won't boot at all, and others could face compatibility issues on Windows 10. So guys, that's all for Top 7 Best CPU for Multitasking 2023. The links of all products are given in the description, which are updated for the best prices. Subscribe our channel for more videos. We will meet in next video. Till then, take care, bye.